Hi guys. What sport do you think I could do in the Olympics? I tell you what, watching it is hard enough. I was watching the swimming the other day live when the Australian girls 4x100 metre relay won, and they got the world record. And I actually had my diamond art on my lap as I was doing it, watching the TV. And as the race was going on, the next minute, my whole body was going. This was jumping on my lap, and I put it on one of those lap boards, but it was still jumping. I had to put it off my lap, and by the time the race had finished, even now talking about it, I'm feeling it again. I was a shaking mess. I was crying. It is so hard even to watch with E.T. I don't know whether E.T., whether it's our E.T. feelings or what, or whether E.T. sort of makes you a bit of an empath, but I feel other people's emotions. Each time I've seen the parents of the gold-winning performers, Ariane Titmus yesterday, the Australian beating the American, each time they've showed her parents, I just cry. The parents aren't even crying, but I just cry. I feel their emotions so bad. I even stopped watching the news years ago because I was a crying mess through the news because of the feelings that you get with it. I found out years ago, before I even knew what essential tremor was, I found out then that I couldn't throw anymore. I've stayed away from sports all my life. You know, my friends would play netball. Now, could you imagine me even holding the ball on a netball court or catching it? Trying to catch a ball is hard enough. And that's a netball. Sorry, it's been out in the mud at the moment. I ended up, when I was a teenager, my parents got into softball and encouraged me to go and play softball. This isn't a softball, but it's sort of a softball size. My dad was the coach. My mum was in the team. I was in the team. I was 13. Throwing a softball at first was okay, but then I realised if I hold a ball up, my tremors are going. So it all depends which direction my tremor is in. When I let go of that ball, that's where it's going. My tremors send it in a different direction. And I'll tell you one time, I just met Shane. And when I met Shane, I didn't realise that my whole family knew Shane. I didn't. And my brother and sister actually played in a mixed softball team with Shane. Now, Shane was a superstar at every sport he ever put his hands to. And his old shaky old me, his new girlfriend. In the team, there was Shane's brother, Shane's ex-girlfriend, the mother of his child, my brother, my sister, and other friends that I'd known over the years, but I'd never really been close to. So one day they needed someone to come, an extra female in their team. They were short of players that day. So they've rang me up. Come on, Nick, come and play with us. Come and you'll be right, you'll be right. I said, I can't throw. I cannot throw. No, you'll be right, you'll be right. I said, all right, and I kept telling them. I mean, you could imagine my shakes anyway. With my new boyfriend, his ex, his brother that I never knew, his brother, and all the rest of the people on the team. So my shakes were full on as it was. So we've got out on the field and I said to them, I can't throw. And they said, it's all right, we'll put you on third base. Nothing really happens at third base. So, all right, cool. So I was on third base and, of course, nearly every ball came to me. The first one that came to me, though, I grabbed it, I stopped it. I was so surprised because as soon as something comes towards you, especially a ball of some sort, you think, oh, God, catch it, don't shake. Bang, you've dropped it. So I've stopped this ball. I had to throw it to first base. Well, as I've grabbed the ball out, my tremors kicked in and the ball ended up in centre outfield. I was mortified. I wanted to open up and swallow me. I've looked around. Everyone on the team was laughing their head off. Everyone on the other team was laughing their head off. My brother and sister were on the ground crying. They were laughing so hard because they always had. It was the normal reaction for all of us. And it's a normal reaction for people who didn't know what was wrong with me. I didn't even know then that I had essential tremor. I just thought I shook. So, yeah, everyone laughed and laughed and laughed. And I just kept saying, I told you I can't throw. I told you I can't throw. It didn't stop me. I still went back, and I was just telling Shane, I'm going to tell everyone about that day at softball. And I said, my new boyfriend, I thought that God, he's going to leave me after this. And he said, what? Leave you because you couldn't throw? So, I realised with balls that if I hold it, like I said, whichever way my tremor's going is the way it's going to go. If I throw a ball, I cup it like that, and I flick it out of my hand. If I flick it out of my hand, I can get it to where it needs to go. If I grip it, it could go anywhere. So, yeah, that's what I learned over the years with balls. Your tremors take control. As I said, what sport could we play in the Olympics? We're not even classed as a disability, so we can't even go to the Paralympics. Let me know if you know a sport that we could do. Even diving, I would keep falling in because my legs would be trembling so much on the platform. I would never be able to, swimming, I'd never be able to dive in the pool. Even swimming, I'd be going in all different directions because my tremors would be taken off. So what can we do, guys? I hope that was a fun one. Listen, for a fun one on Friday, why don't we do another one in the kitchen? Let me know. Should I cook or should I eat? What do you think? I'll leave that up to you. So let me know in the comments. On Friday also, I've booked in for my first vaccination for the AstraZeneca. Shane's already had his because our vaccinations over in Australia were over 50. You could go and get it. I'm 50 in a couple of months, but now it's anyone can go and get it. So I've booked in, and I told Shane last night, when he got home from work, I booked in on Friday. I'm booked in at 8 o'clock in the morning to go for the vaccination. I said, what happens? And he said, they take 5 of you in a room, you're all in a room. And no, no way in the world. My tremors will be off the charts as it is, knowing that I'm about to get a needle because I hate needles. I pass out when I see needles. And doing it in front of 4 other people that aren't going to maybe know me, no way. So I've rang the doctors this morning and I've explained that I've got essential tremor and I cannot have a needle in front of someone else. Seeing what other ETs have written about their experiences, a lot of them around the world have been held back because they're tremoring so bad. The doctors don't know whether they're having an allergic reaction to it or some type of reaction to the vaccination. So I explained all that to the doctors, and she had to speak to a supervisor, and she rang me back within minutes and she said, not a problem. Come in, we'll take you into a separate room and we'll do it and we'll understand that you're going to be tremoring. So, guys, if you've got to do that, if you've got to go for your vaccination, think about doing that. Let them know. If the doctors don't know about essential tremor, tell them to watch some of Shakey Nan. Tell them to watch this one. And it'll explain why we need to be separated and we need to be able to have the doctor understand that we are going to be tremoring and we're not going to necessarily be having a reaction. All right, guys, have a great shaky week. I'll see you on Friday. Let me know. Cooking or eating. Let's have fun. All right. Love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. I'll see you all then. Bye. Oh, these buttons are getting... I closed the page and didn't stop you. Okay, bye.